Hello everyone, I am Chessrook44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Avernum 2. After 9 episodes, 9 videos, no 9 episodes, we finally cleared out the first region we end up going into. Jeez, that took a long time. That said, we need to make our way to the next place, Formello. We can either head to the south and then east, or we can head east and then south. I think maybe we'll head east and then south. Maybe actually stick to the road at least a bit. You meet a patrol of Avernum guards. They're marching up and down this section of roads, watching for Nephilim bands and infiltrating Empire soldiers. Dull work. You met them briefly on the way to Fort Ganrick, so they don't bother you. They look very grim. You ask them if they've heard any news. Their captain says, "The dragon Mortax. His lair is near here. We've heard tell that he has been slain. We hope desperately that it isn't true." With that they take their leave, continuing their tedious watch of the area's roads. The road narrows abruptly here. Construction materials are strewn about. Someone was working here to widen the road and make things easier for merchant traffic. Work must have stopped when the recent disruptions began. They heard that Mortax was slain. That's not good. Definitely gonna have to... We're gonna have to find Mortax if he's here. Sure, we'll take a brief trip away. Someone has built a small stone hut in this little cavern. It sits by a pool of water and a modest mushroom garden. Knock on the door. The door is answered by a small, manic man who introduces himself as Vale the Strivener. He lives in isolation here, working on his scrolls and magical supplies. After asking questions for a while about goings-on in the outside world, he asks if you would like to see his wares. Sure. Ah, he makes scrolls. Nothing we need, though, but still. Alright. Look around out here a bit. The passage ahead is very narrow and winding. Ahead you can hear the very faint echoes of angry human voices. The accent is unfamiliar to you. You can't see them. If you continue, you may have a hard time avoiding them. Search the tunnel. You squeeze yourselves into this tiny, well-hidden passage. You round a corner and find yourselves face to face with a group of surprised soldiers. They aren't pale, and their armor has a crown insignia. They are Empire soldiers who have infiltrated Avernum lands. They attack. 5 soldiers and a captain. Alright then. Shield for Rex, and a fireball on the captain. Ooh, that hurt him. Right. Fireball on that guy. There goes the captain. This shouldn't be too hard, I guess. Spread a few fireballs to the soldiers. Yeah. Okay. These Empire soldiers aren't that bad. Alright, anything dropped? Actually, let me go back around to the guy who picks everything up. Leather armor to sell. Don't need the iron spear. Ooh, fine leather helmet. I think one of us might need that. Iron-studded armor. Iron large shield. I think one of us might need that too. A lot of iron spears. Fine leather helmet. Fine leather helmet. We'll drop the helmets if we don't need them. You search the encampment. Most of their meager equipment was wrecked in the battle, but you do find enough stuff to be worth about 100 gold in barter. You also find a scroll. It describes itself as a red pass. You keep it. I think that's the second time we've gotten one of those. Yeah, they both have regular leather helmets, so... Actually... That's 2 to 3. That's 0 to 3. This is actually better than the bronze helmet. Who'd have thunk it? The iron-studded armor is fine. Everyone's got one. Yeah. Yeah, this works. Drop that, and you can wear this bronze helmet. There we go, that works. Okay. Can't see anything else in there. Alright, back to looking around here. Ah, that's actually a dead end. Alright then, moving on. That's a dead end too. Lair of Mortax. Authorized guests only, please. There are a group of guards watching the approach to the cave to the north. They seem to be about to stop you, but then they think better of it. It's as if they don't care anymore. As you pass, you see that they've been in combat recently. Some have minor wounds, and there are a few tears on their armor. That's not very concerning. Alright, let's go into Mortax's lair. Hopefully he's still alive. Yep, didn't mean to do that. A little light. Thank you, Leah. Alright. Mortax researcher quarters and Mortax barracks. We'll take a look at the barracks first, I suppose. Hello there. A captain of the Avernum army reclines in the corner. He looks barely conscious. When he sees you, however, he seems to inflate, almost leaping out of his chair. Greetings! What's your job here? I'm the captain of this garrison. I don't have soldiers anymore, though. It's golems now. I just spend my time chasing lizards. Lizards? We got a bunch of giant lizards skulking around in the cracks behind these buildings. They're like rats, but deadly. And, of course, the golems aren't any help. What happened to the soldiers garrisoned here? Used to have half a dozen soldiers here. Most of them died in an Empire ambush, which crippled Mortax. Then the government moved a bunch of mages in here, and they brought golems in to guard everything. I'm only here to greet people. It's sad. The dragon only wants to meet people in his old age. Now the mages don't let anyone near him. The crown put some mages here to find out everything they can from poor old crippled Mortax. They brought golems with them to replace the human guards. The dragon never sees anyone but them and me, and they tire him out with constant questions. It's a sad tale for sad times. What do you know of Mortax? The oldest of the dragons in Avernum. He's kind and wise. I don't know why the Empire sent a bunch of assassins to kill him. He was doing no harm. He's a dragon. A potential very powerful ally for Avernum. It kind of makes sense. You're the command. He waits eagerly to see what you have to say, still twitching with energy. You're the commander here, right? Anything we can do for you? I suppose. There isn't much that needs doing. There have been some bandits wandering around to the north. I was going to send a platoon to kill him, but you could do it instead, if it would keep you busy. Sure, we'll keep our eyes open for it. One guard in here. Said lizards around in the cracks behind the buildings. We'll keep our eye open for him. A young, round-faced woman with long brown hair sits at the table. She's writing notes and figures on a scroll already densely covered with writing. She looks up at you. Welcome, visitors. I'm Marion. I hope you aren't here to see the dragon. Do you know the dragon? Well, I was studying Mortax, and I was his friend as well. Now I just wait here. What happened to Mortax? Poor old Mortax. First he was carved up by surface worlders, now he can only be seen by people with clearance. He needs friends. Instead he gets interrogated for hours on end by a bunch of magi. I haven't seen him in months, I'm just waiting here. What kind of clearance do I need? Not exactly sure. Some clearance to see Mortax, another to get in the labs they've set up back there. If you belong to the army, you might have the clearance to see him. Beyond that, I don't know. I don't pay much attention to the bureaucracy. If we can see Mortax, would you like us to take a message from you to him? That would be very kind. Just tell him that I am thinking of him and I wish him well. What are you waiting for now? I don't know what for. For Ko to be relieved of his post so we can go somewhere better. For Mortax to be able to see his friends again. For things to get better. What are you working on? A dry old scroll of magical history. Nothing that would interest an adventurer. Research on the modification of lizards to make them meatier. Yeah, I don't think we'd be very interested in that. A tall, aged man with wrinkles and a few wisps of gray hair paces about slowly. He seems tiny in his bulky robes. He nods at you in greeting. I am Platt. May I ask what you are here for? He responds more out of politeness than desire to speak with you. I am here to visit the laboratory. What is the laboratory like? We of Avernum have a magical laboratory set up here. You can't enter it, I'm sure. The 3 mages here question the lizard for information that can help us save our nation. That lizard's name is Mortax. Mortax, is it? It's hard to get knowledge out of it, but we're trying. Nothing I can tell you about, of course. Now, if you'll excuse me. He turns his back and walks away from you. 3 mages? I can't really tell you about them. Jeez. If all the mages are like this, I can understand why people would be upset. I mean, Christ almighty. Let's see, what else? How are we on food? We need more food, yeah, definitely. Okay, grab some more food. And nothing in that one. Alright. Let's see here. I have a feeling there's probably a secret entrance somewhere around here. 2 Mortax. Soldier clearance required to pass. Well, I think we have that. You enter the lair of Mortax. Mortax is a dragon, one of only a handful of this mighty race known to be alive. He is an ancient beast, very kind and respected by all of Avernum. Strangely, most of the guards here aren't human. Golems, magical automatons crafted from stone, protect the lair. You had thought that humans helped defend the ancient dragon. Very strange. A nearby sign says that you need to have soldier clearance to approach Mortax. Fortunately, you, like many members of the Avernum army, already have it. You received it just before you were sent to Fort Ganrick. Good. A gray cat prowls happily through the corridors. It must be Mortax's pet. Its name tag says Delta. Pet the kitty. Meow. Shoo the cat away. It purrs and gets closer to you. Alright, it's a kitty, it's fine. And this is Magi clearance only beyond this point. Beyond the door is a short corridor. The floor in the middle of the passage has a large glowing symbol precisely painted on the floor. To reach the door on the other side, you'll have to walk over it. As you start to walk over the rune, it glows brightly. You feel searing heat on your face and hands. You back away quickly and the light fades. You've heard of runes like this. They are used by the Avernum government to block off areas which are off limits to personnel with inadequate clearance. Like it would appear, you. Okay, staying away from that one. Alright. To the north is a large cave with an arching ceiling rising far out of sight. The floor is covered with deep claw marks. To the north is a large platform, atop which rests Mortax the dragon. Everyone in Avernum has heard of Mortax, the kindly old dragon who has helped your people many times in the past. When you get closer, however, you can see that Mortax has been grievously wounded. He was an ancient creature to begin with, but now his body bears a number of vicious wounds, both from blades and magic. Despite his massive bulk, he looks weak and tired. Dear me. Lair of Mortax. Soldier clearance only. Well, we have that. Mortax is an enormous reddish-green lizard 50 feet from head to tip of tail. Time has not been kind to it. Its scales are fading and wrinkled, and recent scars mar its body. It looks like it can barely walk.
Ah, humans! Welcome, I am Mortax.
Your wounds are terrible. Can we help you heal them? Mortax shakes his head.
Healing magic can only go so far. Your human magic can ease my pains, but my centuries are long and my time is ending. Nothing can be done now.
Marion asked us to say hello to you and to tell you that she thinks of you often. Mortax pauses. After a moment, a single tear runs down his worn, scaly face.
How pathetic I have become when the regard of a single human is of importance to me.
I would not consider that pathetic, personally. There were no. How do you spend your time here? He is at a loss for words. His head is bowed low and the words struggle to emerge.
I help the humans as best I can, for protection.
Help with what?
I provide information. I know a lot. It is fuzzy at times. It gets that way. but the wizards come and ask me questions.
He sighs, a long, ragged, sulphurous sigh.
They're all I get to help now. They're the only people I ever see. I miss my friends.
What kind of information are the wizards looking for?
They want me to tell them who created the magical barriers that isolate the areas of Avernum. I don't know. I have no idea. I have only the most unlikely of guesses.
We need to bring down the barriers. Can you tell us how? He stares at you. It is difficult. The dragon's eyesight is failing. He thinks. He seems to become very confused.
You should go to Formillo, to the south. Before the attack, I sensed... Go there, that is all I am sure of. I get so tired.
Where are these wizards? Mortax points to the west. What do you think about humans?
I've always helped people. I liked them. I had many friends. But then the attack came and I had to be protected, and I don't see my friends anymore.
The enormous creature looks at the horrible wounds on his chest and legs. Which of your friends are now missing?
I had many friends here once. They came to talk to me from all over. Guards to talk to, and sages, and the curious. Now I only see the wizards and the golems.
Really? They only let wizards and golems here? Its head lowers in shame.
Put here for my protection after the attack. I help them. They ask me questions for hours in return for protection. I have to take it. What can I do?
Tell me, what has happened to your sibling dragons?
I like humans. They are strong and good, but they have not been good for dragonkind. Foolish Pyrog was slain by adventurers years ago. Atheron hides in his lair, growing in bitterness and hatred. Koth is the same. And Sulphurus, mightiest of us all, serves the Empire to protect herself. Ours is a sad lot now.
Oh, Pyrog being slain we knew happened in the previous game. Atheron and Koth hiding, I suppose it kind of makes sense. Koth was kind of a recluse who pretty much hid in his books with all his knowledge. And Atheron also kind of stayed hidden with the treasure, with the drakes, with those various drakes he had in front. He was also a recluse. He didn't talk with humans or adventurers very often. Only if they were polite and didn't try to kill him. Self for serving the Empire, though. Where does Sulphurus live?
Far, far to the west and south, beyond your human fort remote.
Where can we find Atheron?
She lives in the honeycomb. It is to the south. She is very hard to reach, though. The presence of humans offends her.
Where is the lair of Koth?
He lives due west, but he is very difficult to reach. Probably impossible. He lives deep in the lands firmly controlled by the Empire.
Wonderful. Why do you need protection? Who would dare to attack you?
The Empire sent in a force to kill me. Me, who only wanted to learn, who was always a friend to humans. I never lost a battle in my life, and I didn't lose that one. Blood of their soldiers ran thick through these caves. But I was wounded, so wounded. I cannot fight a battle like that again. Now here I am, near crippled and alone, and my siblings fare no better.
Well, as I said, the Empire probably doesn't see you as a dragon who wishes to help humans. They probably just see you as a dragon, and one who might help Avernum. There were runes to the west which blocked us from passing. Do you know how to pass them? Mortax shakes his head. Are there any quests we can undertake for you?
No, I have no needs anymore. I am passing beyond that stage now.
As you wish, O mighty Mortax. It is kind of sad seeing him in this state. This field of rubble is where Mortax rests. It's a wide field of jumbled and cracked stones. It doesn't look very comfortable. Some of the stones are stained with the dragon's blood. Dragons are reputed to own enormous hoards of treasure. If any of it is hidden here, there's far too much rubble to search for it. Well, I can see where the treasure is now, and we are not going to go for it. Why would we rob a dragon? Especially Mortax. Mortax is not someone who should be robbed. I mean, why? All he does is help humans. There is no reason to rob him except pure and utter greed. We're not going to even try. It's foolish. Seems we can't even get to the... Well, there is a passage here. Alright, he said there were lizards in the cracks here, so... Came at this the wrong way. Alright, fine. We'll do it this way. I think you can give a healing to Rex. You can do nothing, and we can kill this one easily. Okay, that was easy to do. Oh geez, fire! Okay, didn't expect that. Ow, ow, ow. Powerful fire drake. Keep Rex alive, please. You take care of that lizard, if you can. Yeah, that one's dead. Another heal to Rex. You won't be able to damage it. Ow, ow, ow! That fire lizard is strong, but at least now it's dead. Was painful. Don't know if there's anything else back here. I doubt it, though. Ooh, nice fur, that can be sold. And a silver ring, which I think we can put on Leah. No, Leah already has a ring. Alright. Ow! There we go. May as well tell him. We killed some lizards behind your barracks, Co. Did you? Glad to hear it. The golems are no help at all with that sort of problem. No talking to them. Thanks for your help. We were blocked by a ruin in a passage to the north. How can we pass it? You need magi clearance to go in there. There's some wizards back there. Researchers doing all sorts of strange things. How can we get magi clearance? Not sure. Go to the castle. That's where you'd do it. Yeah, if only. We're kind of stuck here by the barriers, remember? Oh, well. And a random ambush of goblins and Nephil. You know what? Wait. Yeah, wait for them to get closer so we can murder them like this. Wait, wait, wait. And there we go. Well, we can pick up the ring. Sure. A ring. Too many items. Too many items! Alright. Healing potion and the ring. Carrying so much stuff. Alright. We'll take a look further in here. Interesting little stone there. Alright, I'm just gonna make a quick trip to sell this stuff. Shouldn't take long. Friggin' guys. Okay, here. You. We got stuff to sell you. What have we got? We got that, and that. And also that. Actually, didn't we have... Yeah, we have a silver ring, too. There we go. Hopefully we'll actually be able to find some spells in Formello as well, because it would be nice to be able to get more of them. Alright, let's see here. You are suddenly set upon by a group of bandits.
Hold! Their leader shouts. You must pay us a toll to pass. Give us 25 coins or we must do battle.
Then he takes a closer look at you. He seems to recognize you. It must be your reputation. He starts to back away.
My apologies. I thought that you were merely unimportant travelers. We will take our leave.
Sorry, O brigands, we actually have a bounty on your heads, so if you don't mind, if you would perhaps lie down so we can get rid of you? No? They draw their weapons and meet you in battle. They really didn't want to fight you, but now that you've forced the issue, they won't back down. If they're captured, it means certain execution. Combat it is, then. 7 brigands. 2 of which are majors. Alright, then. A blessing for you, and you can cast fireballs at the archers. Alright, you cast a fireball at that archer. Excellent. There we are. You a fireball at that guy. Really? Okay, Gary, you could actually use a healing now. You do nothing. There we go. And we got all the coins. I don't think we actually need to take the leather armor now, but I think we will anyway. Let's see. Leather armor. Pretty sure the leather armor is the only thing of any value here. At least of any value that's worth taking. And there we go. You search the bandits. Their leader had a pouch full of coins. You help yourself. Might be enough for some training or some fancy new metal weapons. Yay! We got some coins. Always a good thing. You could do with healing Gary a bit. Thank you. You find an abandoned construction site. Someone started to build some stone baths to take advantage of natural hot springs here. Then work stopped. You would guess that the war with the Empire ended someone's entrepreneurial endeavors. I remember that! I remember that quest! Oh, I think it was someone in Kotra or Silvar who actually was trying to keep an eye out for this. We found it for them, we told them about it. They must have actually been trying to put it together. Pity that the war happened, though. Okay, we're almost through with this area, and once we are, that's probably where I'm gonna end the episode. Okay, doesn't seem like we can get through here unless there's a hidden passage, but I kinda doubt that. Doesn't look like it. No, no hidden passage. Okay. 2 more regions up in here to take a look at. That one is a complete and utter dead end. So that only leads up here. Nothing there. Oof. That does not look good. Let's see. The cave to the east is filled with thick, choking steam from several large fumaroles. Sulfur steam pumped up from miles below you assaults your senses. The floor is covered with faint tracks from a giant lizard's strong claws. This area only became volcanically active 2 or 3 years ago. Avernum is not geologically stable. It is occasionally struck by cave quakes, which can create interesting features like this overnight. Which is how they explain how areas can look different compared to how they originally looked. Oh, the city is horribly damaged? There's a cave where there wasn't one before? Cave quakes. That's what happened. Just a cave quake. Oh. This tunnel stretches upward for some ways. After a time, you think it might be leading to the surface. However, you eventually come to a place where countless tons of fallen rock block the passage. Tools left behind provide evidence that someone tried to burrow out through here. They soon gave up. Pity. Alright. We could take a look in here, but I think maybe we'll have to save that for the next episode, 'cause this one's gone on for about a half hour. So, next episode, we'll take a look in this random cave in this new area opened up by the cavequakes. Till then, I'm Chester44, that is Rex, Gary, Talia, and Leah. This has been an Avernum 2 Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.